used to rob 5 banks a day, 6 days a week. Then on the day off, I was a pickpocket.
I can't think of anything I'd love to do more on my day off than go jellyfishing with my 2 best friends, SpongeBob and,
Patrick.
right. But I can't. Bye-bye.
Hey, nephew. I was looking for you at your home.
Oh, yeah, Dad told me to take the day off, so I decided to come into work.
Oh.
I normally do it on my day off, but this week on my day off, I'm doing a walkathon for literacy. We're against it.
On this Memorial Day, let's focus on those other ways to enjoy a day off. New York Times Smarter Living editor Tim Herrera has some ideas in this morning's newsletter. His step 1, give yourself permission to actually take the day off. This is a big one because people walk around with their phones in their pocket. They've got their emails on there. They're reading the news. They're trying to pay attention to research reports, all the rest. So,
yes,
actually take the day off.
Actually take the day off.
Message to your bosses at the New York Times, you will not be responding to anything
Absolutely
today.
not. Taking it off my phone.
We obviously didn't get the memo.
And any of the people you edit, they're
not
no
getting
obligation.
any edits today.
Okay.
No, but happen to be here working on my day off with you. No, but it's so difficult for us to actually take ourselves out of the mindset of always being on. And the studies show that, Americans send something like only 40% fewer emails on holiday Mondays compared to regular Mondays.
One of the saddest stats I've ever
crazy
heard.
town.
That is pretty
put your
sad.
phones
We're
away.
doing that to each other, though. I mean,
Right. It's just a cycle, but we need to be okay with accepting the day for what it is, which is a day off. Don't need to check your email. Don't need to be responding. The world is not going to end if we're not on our phones the whole day.
Why should we do this?
So there's a lot of studies that show that actually building laziness and building idle time into your schedule and into your regular routine can actually, in this weird roundabout way, make you more productive. Yeah. So there's research that was just published in the Research of Creativity, and it showed that taking time off and letting your brain be kind of lazy and wander and just kind of go off in whatever daydreams you have can actually make us more creative, can make us better problem solvers, can actually help us have better and more creative ideas in the long run.
I think it also helps you focus and sort of rearrange priorities and make sense of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. We all need time to just relax and chill out. Everything's fine.
You also talk about family time being important when you take a day off.
Yeah. So one thing that I think is really important for people to do on a day off is do things that maybe you wouldn't do normally. And so one of those things that I think can be really important is having family time. And so Americans generally eat about 70% of their meals outside of the home. And so a day off is kind of a good excuse for us to kind of gather the family around.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be an elaborate meal. Could be ordering pizza. What really matters is that we're just having concerted and thoughtful time
I did this
together.
last night. My daughter challenged me to take the phone and put it aside.
Did you do it?
I did.
Was it hard? Was it hard?
It was very difficult. I said, I have to do a show in the morning. She said, we don't have our phones. And then after dinner, we played Cards Against Humanity, which is a whole different story because you learn words you weren't supposed to know.
Yes.
That game is really kind of gross. But I do like to play it.
But it was fabulous. It was.
But I do like to play it. But it seems when you say do something you normally wouldn't do, you would think that you would normally do stuff with your family. But it is getting to the point where we're so splintered now that becomes a thing to do.
Yeah, it can be kind of a special occasion.
Yeah.
Fewer than half of American families have a regular family dinner.
20% are eating in the car, you said.
20% of meals are eaten in the car.
That's a horrible number.
Yeah, I think
It's
so
a little
too.
terrifying.
You also said do
while
something.
sending emails, apparently.
You don't normally do, like clean the refrigerator. I didn't get that.
Clean the fridge. Again, it's one of those things
somebody.
you don't normally do. Forgive somebody, a really important one.
Why is that important?
Cleaning the fridge, if I could interject, is my day off.
The therapeutic power of cleaning cannot be overstated. I want to be on the record with that.
All right, we should point out it is Memorial Day, right?
Yes.
A day to honor those that served this country. Are there particular things that you can do on that front today?
Sure. So there's a website for a nonprofit called GiveWell. It's givewell.org. And what they do is evaluate organizations based on how much good results from each dollar spent. And so for people who are looking to get involved with charity, that can be generally a pretty good place to start. Also, go through the closet, Marie Kondo your closet, get a couple of bags of clothes, and go donate.
I do think that's good.
That is nice.
I'm still stuck on the forgive. Why you think that's important? Because can you forgive and not be mad?
You can't. So I just wrote a story about this, about the power of forgiveness. And holding on to grudges and not forgiving people can actually have physical repercussions for you. It can increase the stress hormones in your system. It can contribute to cardiovascular disease. And so we hold on to this tension and this anger. And so kind of letting go of that is really about freeing yourself. It's less about the person you're forgiving. It's more about letting yourself be free from the kind of hold that they have over you.
Although if someone's angry at you, I don't know if you're going to win them over by being like, you know, it'd be really good for your heart if you gave me a break on this.
Maybe you can clean their fridge.
Yeah, good. That might work.
But it really does make sense.
It really does, yes.
You also talk about using a day off as a chance to do something you've been avoiding.
Yeah, so doing the kind of one thing that's kind of the monkey on your back, right? We all have these things that are kind of in the background that we know we need to do, but we're putting them off for
That
whatever
you think about when you
reason.
can't fall asleep, you know, that
Right.
I haven't done this.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, these kind of gnaw at us. And so, you know, for me, like a day off is a good excuse just to get them done. And it's so funny that so many of these tasks are just kind of small, menial little things. Maybe it's an email you have to send, a thank you card, but just getting it done and out of the way is such a relief.
And you feel better about yourself.
Feel
when you
great
do it.
about
If you're currently on the couch watching us and you don't want to do anything all day,
That's fine,
do
too.
that, do
We
that
like that.
creative, do that creative work.
Best way to spend the day, in my opinion.
Thank you, Smarter Living Editor.
Thank you very
How
much.
does one become a Smarter Living Editor, Tim?
Messing up a whole life and trying to fix it all up. That's how I got it.
I like that title. Good to have you here
Thank
on this
you.
holiday.